What's going on, guys? So today I'm going to be addressing how do I set up my dating profile photos. Someone asked me in one of my recent videos, do I use a professional photographer for my photos? And I do not use a professional photographer. I will say that it is best to have a professional photographer if you want to post pictures on a dating app. That may sound weird to some people, but you have to remember it's a competitive environment, and if you're going against other men, you want to have the best looking profile, which means you also need to have some of the better looking photos. So if you're taking it that serious, or if you want to maximize your results on a dating app, yes, you will want to use a professional photographer. If you do not use a professional photographer, the other options are either getting a friend or someone you know to take photos of you when you are doing something social or out in the world. So that means you do need to have a life that will help you out as well when it comes to taking photos. Is if you just get one of your friends, let them know what it's for. Hey, I'm gonna try to update my dating profile with some new photos. Take a photo of me. We're chilling here at this place, so they understand that you're trying to make it look good and it's a photo for a dating app profile. The key is to always set your phone. So when you're taking your photos with your phone, I have an Android. So when you go to your photo mode, let me see if I can get this showing. When you go to your photo mode here, you always want to go to the portrait mode. I'm using Android, but all phones have a portrait mode. Yeah, go to the portrait mode, because what that does is when you take a photo, it's going to blur the background. Like this is not blurred right now. Like my background's not blurred. You really don't want that in your photos. You want the background to be blurred so that you are in focus more than anything else on the photo. So that is one thing that I do, is always blur the background by taking your photos in portrait mode. So if you get your friend to do it when you're doing something social, put that in portrait mode. Now, what if you don't have friends, or what if you don't get a friend to take a photo? There's still another option, and this is actually the thing that I use the most to create all my photos. My photos on my dating profile are actually not the best. I have plenty of room to improve my photos, and I actually have like one of my friends that I know. They show me their dating profile, and their pictures blow me out of the water, and I still get success on the dating apps. They still get success, but if I wanted more success, I would actually make my profile even better, like photos of like what they have. They were doing more activities on their photos, and me, I'm not doing activities. They're mostly just portrait shots. So if you're giving you some advice on how to improve your dating app with your profile, it's mostly going to be through photos, because most of the time I don't even put anything in my bio. Women select swipe on me based on my profile most of the time. And I have done a few experiments where I put things in my bio, and I have had women swipe and DM me based on things in my bio. But we're gonna really focus on just photos for this, because that's the main thing that I use to attract women to my profile, and I think that's the main thing that's going to attract most women to your profile, is how great your photos look, how great you look in those photos. So let's say you don't have a friend that will take your photos for you, then this is what I do on a normal basis when I did care. I don't really care about dating apps right now. Like I don't care to update my photos and make them the best they could possibly be. Right now I have very not so good photos on my profile, and I only have four. You want to have as many photos as possible, and they all need to be high quality. Right now I'm on Tinder, I only have four, which is not that good. Plus, the algorithm doesn't like it when you don't have a lot, also. So they're not going to show you to as many people. But you want to maximize the amount of photos you have and the quality. So let me show you what to do if you're just someone like me right now. Let's say you're at home, but you want to update your profile. I would recommend going outside if you can, but you want to try to eliminate selfies. Do not do selfies. And I know you're saying, well, how do you not do selfies if it's just you taking a photo? Well, a selfie is like this. A selfie is when you take a photo, and then the person can tell that you're holding the phone while you take the photo. So I'm going to take this photo and then show you. So this would be a selfie. You can clearly see I'm holding the phone while I take the photo. Don't do that. That's the worst thing. Never put selfies on your dating profile. You got to make it look like your hands are free, like you did not take the photo. That's what you want in every single photo. Make it look like you did not take the photo. If anything, you might have one selfie on your profile. In general, men don't really look that great taking selfies anyway. So let me show you what I did. You go to Walmart or Best Buy, go to the media area, buy you a little phone tripod stand. These things are very cheap and expensive to buy. The more money you put into them, obviously, the better quality you're going to get. Um, this is the first step. You get one of these. It's got your little ring light on there. And then from here, you can go ahead and take your photo. I'm going to put this on portrait, just like I said. Put it on a 5-second self timer. I would recommend 10 seconds usually. But yeah, put that on portrait. And then yeah, I'll go ahead and hit the timer and then pose. All right. So with that, boom. You can't see it because of the glare, but basically you can see, yeah, I got me a photo here, and I wouldn't take it with that stuff in the background. I'd probably take it the other way around, where you can see this background behind me if I were going to take it in my room, but at least it looks still kind of well lit. You got to watch out for the lighting. You'll have to learn about photography a little bit more to do this, and the lighting, and you have to learn about editing your photos too. Like I have another video, go watch the other video on editing your photos. So yeah, look, now you can see my arms. You can see I'm chilling, looking. If you could really see the photo, it looks good. It looks good up in person. Like you can see the size and shape of my body. You can see my arms right there, biceps looking good. I look, a little beefy in that one just by the silhouette. But that's the start there, is just get you something like that that's going to get you some light. And boom, I took a picture just like that, and I could put that on my dating profile and edit, but I'd probably choose a better background where there's not a lot of stuff in the background. And the background is going to be blurred when you do portrait, so that's good. So they won't be able to focus too much on what's going on in there. And even in my other video that I made, I showed you how to blur your background even more if you feel like you need to add a little bit more blur to the background and really make yourself pop. The other thing I would say is the best thing to do is use natural lighting. So I have 2 spots in my home. If you're going to take the photos in your home, you want to use natural lighting when possible and not rely too much on the light from these, because it does come off with a little bit more, you can tell, is light versus lighting, good lighting. So right now, like I have my window here. Let's see. Well, it's not really good daylight right now where I'm at, but what I would do is I would maybe set up this tripod and I would aim it towards like here, and then I've got my window this way, and so I'll stand by the balcony and take some shots outside of there, and that will add better lighting because it's natural lighting. Nothing beats natural lighting when it comes to taking photos. So that's why you really want to take photos when you're outside, when you're doing something. That's why it's good to have friends doing it, because you're not going to take a tripod outside for the most part. You're probably going to look like you're trying way too hard if people even knew what you were doing. So I would say, one, get a friend if you can. Whenever you go out somewhere, you're just hanging out with a friend, or yes, set up a day where it's technically like a photo shoot with a friend. It does not have to be a professional photographer. Of course, a professional photographer is going to make the photos look better, but I'm sure in today's day and age, every person has a friend that is a photographer. So you could just figure that out and schedule it with them, set it up. It may take you like just 30 minutes to take just a few photos, or maybe an hour, so you can get at least 3 different locations or something in your photos with a few different poses in each location. Something that shows what you would actually be doing with the woman when you're going to meet up is what you really want to portray in the photos. And the reason I'm not going to show you my photos in this video is because, like I said, I don't even have good photos on my profile. Let me go to it right now. Actually, let me show you. I have trash photos on my profile right now. I get a few matches. I'm very picky. Let me show you what I got here. So one photo is one of the ones that's in my home. Let me I'm gonna take a screenshot because I don't want to show everything on my profile. So this is one of my photos here that's on my profile. So you can see this is actually in the same room but it's well lit, and the background is it's blurred out. You can't really see the background. Once again, you can see my arms. So you always want something like that so it looks like you did not take the picture for yourself. That's the key thing. Make it look like someone else took the picture. Um, what else do I have here? So that's one in my room. The other ones, you can't even tell where I'm at, which is cool too. Like this is another one because I have a decent looking body. Of course, on Tinder, I'm going to show that because that is marketing. Um, this is another one. That's, of course, no homo. That's just my body, just straight up. So I got one on my face, and then one on my body. And I don't put the body one first, but sometimes I play around with it, like put the body one first, and if they like that, they have to swipe through my other photos to see my face. But I like to do it the other way around, so it's more of a surprise. Like if you like my face and you swipe through more of my photos, and you're like, oh, I like his face and he has a great body. I usually think of it that way, so it's a little psychology going into it. And then I have one that's a little bit more dressed up. So that way they can see me in different types of outfits here. So this is the other photo. Got a haircut and I got dressed up a little bit. That one could have been perfected a little bit better, but it's okay when you actually look at it. Once again, you're seeing a glare and the lighting looks bad on this phone because of how I'm showing you these photos. But I don't feel like editing this video a lot to just upload the photos on the screen for you. So that is my third photo, and then the last photo is just another body shot, and that's it. And yeah, that does get me matches. I mean, I would say I had better matches by putting better photos up there. I've had stuff, I have other better photos to put up, like me going, like me hiking, being at waterfalls, and things like that. I do have those photos. I just chose not to put them up there right now. And it all depends on the type of woman that you want to attract to. You will learn more about that as you experiment with your different types of photos. So that will get you started there. If you have any other questions, let me know in the comments below. But now you can take some good pictures and improve your profile.